Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, a place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is Not Important, and I am your host, guys. Smash the like button, turn the bell for notifications, subscribe to the channel, and let's get boring. Vanguard users threaten to close accounts after firm blocks spot Bitcoin ETFs. Vanguard has made a statement that they are not going to issue Bitcoin spot ETFs. I'm assuming customers are going, F you, we will leave. Good choice, Vanguard. Well done. Spot Bitcoin ETFs top $4.5 billion in total volume on the first day of trading. Did it reflect in the price? Sort of. We'll talk about that when we get to the charts. SEC wants court to compel Ripple to produce financial statements. I thought we were over this shit. Of course not. The SEC is still not happy because they're losing everything. And last but not least, guys, more XRP-Spot ETF news. XRP news, SEC versus Ripple activity, and XRP-Spot ETF chatter. I'm assuming this article is going to have a little bit of rollover from the article that the XRP SEC article before this. But I grabbed it because I'm telling you guys, there is more and more talk coming down the pipeline of a potential XRP-Spot ETF. Look, right, whether you like XRP or not, that's not what this is about, guys. This is about making you some money. And I want people to pay attention to this because I'm looking at it going, shit, dude, if this happens, this could be huge for myself. And so I'm just sharing the wealth, I guess. So we're going to try and keep our eye on this kind of stuff. I'm going to keep digging for any kind of XRP-Spot ETF news and bring it to the channel, guys. So stay tuned for that stuff. Yeah. And the reason why is, like, look, I think it's a very big contrarian bet. XRP isn't really being talked about. It hasn't moved much. But it's the only 100% regulated crypto in the market right now. Food for thought, guys. All right, to the market. Refresh real quick, guys. Current market cap right now sitting at 1.77 trillion, down 1.66% from yesterday. Dominance down almost 20% from yesterday, or excuse me, volume down almost 20% from yesterday. Bitcoin dumps at 51% flat. ETH dump at 17.9, ticking up. Could we get to 20? I don't know. I just completely lost what I was saying. Guys, gas. 28 Gwei will get you that ETH transaction. And Fear and Greed sitting at 73. Where am I at? I haven't finished my coffee yet, so I'm kind of rushing through the video today, guys. I have an early dentist appointment, so I'm kind of scatterbrained. I really haven't 100% woken up yet. Coffee break, sorry. With that being said, per usual, let's go through the top 100, see what the outliers are. Price action, a little bit of a lackluster yesterday for Bitcoin. We're going to look at that here shortly. Right now, Bitcoin down 1.61% on the day. And who else is looking like a bag of shit? We should see. Bitcoin Cash still going up, man. Jesus. 7.57% to the upside on the day for Bitcoin Cash. Absolutely insane. I might throw like $1,000 at Bitcoin Cash just for shits and giggles. We've got Injective down 6%. Injective looking sad right now. Come on, buddy. Pick your head up, bud. Tia down 6.6%. Render down 6.7%. Sui waking up 15.8% on the day. My homie put in a nice long yesterday, or the day before. Hopefully he stayed in it and he's making some money. Tezos up 8.5%. FTT up 13%. Beam down 7%. Blur up 11.36. Good job. AKT down 8.8%. And Casper coming in your top 100, guys. That's it. Not a lot going on. Kind of a sideways day. think everybody's really just holding their breath, trying to figure out what these spot ETFs are going to do to the market. Bitcoin 4-hour. When the market opened, we ripped, guys. We ripped on at least, I've grabbed my charts from Bitstamp. Not for any particular reason. It's just kind of the first one that comes up, if I remember correctly. Ripped up past $49,000, but then instantly started selling off within a 15-minute period. This is a 15-minute right now. But here's the bullish news, or bullish sentiment, in my opinion. We have established this 45,846, which was a big nightmare resistance, into support for several days now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, now 5 coming on our 5th day. If this closes, we will have 5 daily candle closes above this 45,846, which is very bullish. And if you look right now that we're sitting here looking at the daily, the wicks or whatever, but the real support is sitting around right here at 46, 46 even, somewhere right in there, which is even more bullish than my original line here at 45,846. I was assuming that 48,000 was going to be some heavy resistance. We blew past it. Let's go back to the 4-hour with that candle. So I thought, well, shit, it's done. But no, I'm still leaning towards 48 being decent resistance. We have to flip it, guys, just like you're seeing right here. Break, flip to support, then time to move. I'm assuming the same thing's probably going to happen. We'll be keeping our eye on it. Right now, though, with candle body closing, looking at about 47, at a range of 47 being our resistance, and this 45,846 being our support, somewhere right around there. That might be our sideways range for quite some time. I'm going to keep an eye on this level, around 47K, and see if that continues to be resistance. If it does, we'll put in a line. We'll keep our eye on it. But that's it, guys. Outside of that, let's go to Ethereum, because that's kind of the new talk of the town. Ethereum looking real strong, guys. We had a big rip, nowhere near as much retracement as Bitcoin. Setting in nice support. I mean, it's ripping right now as we're talking. Setting in nice support right around 25.84, and then setting in a little bit of resistance at around this 26.65 area. But that's flagging. That's a nice little sideways flag, guys, after a big run. I'm not mad at Ethereum. Ethereum is looking strong and looking good. If Ethereum keeps going in this direction, I can easily see us getting to $3,000 by the weekend. If not after the weekend, I would keep my eye on that. Levels to watch: if we lose 25K, I think we're coming back down to the 23.42 area. But right now, it looks like I said, we're setting a nice, strong support. We'll just draw it in here just for shits and giggles so we can keep an eye on it. We're looking at nice, strong support right here, at least in the 4-hour time frame, at right around 25.86-ish, right? So look for that to be the potential flag. I'm going to pull up the 1-hour here in just a second to see if we get a little bit more price action that we can read. Yeah, guys. The only concern is if we do break, this could be like a little baby bull trap. If we do get above it and hit this again and retrace, you could be looking at a small potential double top on the 1-hour. We will keep our eyes on that as well. But the play is looking like Ethereum right now, while Bitcoin decides what it wants to do with these spot ETFs. Just giving you guys the plays I'm looking at. What's XRP looking like? XRP ripped up. XRP putting in kind of a possible triangle setup. Something like this. Just keep you guys' eye on that. I'm not really seeing any. The only other thing I could see, we'd call that a bear trap. Doing something like this, a descending triangle. If we kick this one out. So keep you guys' eye on something like that. It looks like it's getting ready to make a decision, at least on the 1-hour. What are we looking like on the 4-hour? It looks even better on the 4-hour. Yeah, it might be decision time again for XRP here. Be prepared for a breakout to the upside. With what I'm seeing, I would say the better probability will be to the upside, but Bitcoin's going to decide that. If Bitcoin dumps, everything's going to dump. We all know that. But if Bitcoin continues moving sideways, I would expect a potential breakout to the upside, but always be prepared for a breakout to the downside, guys. We are getting a little bit of a rollover here. Yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought. We are getting a little bit of a rollover here, so just always be prepared, man. Look for a bounce at 58,612 if we do break to the downside. Outside of that, guys, that's it. I'm not really gonna go too much into charts. Like I said, I gotta get out of here. Let's get to the news. Vanguard users threaten to close accounts after firm blocks spot Bitcoin ETFs. Spot Bitcoin ETFs were also reportedly not currently available for purchase on the brokerage platform of CITI, Merrill Lynch, Edward Jones, and UBS. The asset manager Vanguard's apparent decision not to allow the purchase of spot Bitcoin ETFs on its platform has seemingly pushed a few customers towards the exit door. According to a January 11th report from the Wall Street Journal, Vanguard said it won't offer new spot Bitcoin ETFs on its brokerage platform as they do not align with its traditional offerings. Spot Bitcoin ETFs will not be available for purchase on the Vanguard platform, said the company in a statement to the Wall Street Journal. We also have no plans to offer Vanguard Bitcoin ETFs or other crypto-related products. Our perspective is that these products do not align with our offer focused on asset classes such as equities, bonds, and cash, which Vanguard views as the building blocks of a well-balanced long-term investment portfolio. Vanguard wasn't among the 14 issuers to apply for a spot Bitcoin ETF in 2023, and some investors have seen its recent moves as a reason to move their funds to other platforms. One apparent Vanguard customer, Tony Spencer, claims a spokesperson told him that Vanguard isn't allowing spot Bitcoin ETFs for purchase because the product doesn't fit with Vanguard's investment philosophy. Spencer also claims Vanguard only allows investors to sell Grayscale flagship Bitcoin products, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which was recently converted into a spot ETF. So they said you can only flip it to sell. You can't buy the Grayscale anymore. Coinbase senior engineering manager Yuga Kohler was among others who said he will be converting his Roth 401k savings at Vanguard to Fidelity, which issued one of the 10 spot Bitcoin ETFs that launched on January 11th. Vanguard's paternalistic blocking of Bitcoin ETFs does not fit with my investment philosophy, Kohler added. Bitcoin commentator Neil Jacobs said he is also in the process of transferring funds out of Vanguard in response to the reported decision. Terrible business decision by Vanguard, he said. Vanguard refuses to let customers buy Bitcoin ETFs with their own money, so customers are closing their accounts. Oh, you took a stand, and it looks like it's gonna hurt. Customers of investment firm Citi, Merrill Lynch, Edward Jones, and UBS reported they were also unable to purchase spot Bitcoin ETFs on those respective platforms, according to the Wall Street Journal. Cointelegraph contacted these firms for comment, some of which have not yet responded. UBS is considering unsolicited offers from prospective spot Bitcoin ETF investors and is making assessments on a case-by-case basis. A source close to the firm told Cointelegraph the ETF can only be offered in a brokerage account and is only suitable for aggressive investors, they added. What is an aggressive investor? Please let me know if someone knows a description of that. The definition, the official definition of an aggressive investor. It is also understood that some of the 10 approved spot Bitcoin ETFs are on its platform, but not all. Meanwhile, a Citi spokesperson told Cointelegraph that a spot Bitcoin ETF is already available for its institutional client base. The firm is evaluating the products for its individual wealth clients. Merrill Lynch is reportedly waiting to see whether the spot Bitcoin ETFs trade efficiently before deciding to offer the purchase of the Bitcoin products, according to Fox Business Report Eleanor Terrett, who cited an unnamed source. Meanwhile, spot Bitcoin ETF trading was accessible on JP Morgan's brokerage. Remember, Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan. Just let it sink in. JP Morgan is an unauthorized participant of BlackRock iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF. However, Jamie Dimon led bank The Jamie Dimon-led bank has shared a risk disclosure to prospective investors considering placing a trade order. According to the screenshots shared by Dan McArdle, co-founder of blockchain intelligence platform Masari, Bitcoin ETFs are like rap albums in the late 80s. Vanguard won't even carry them. And here's JP Morgan slapping a parental advisory label on IBIT. I'm old. I remember all this when like gangster rap came out. NWA, Straight Outta Compton, etc. Record stores were refusing to carry it. The first day of trading came on January 10th after a long-awaited regulatory approval. No, it didn't. There was no trading on 10th. They didn't even announce it officially till the close of the market. Spot Bitcoin ETF trading volume topped at it was on the 11th. Topped at 4.5 billion on the first day of trading, with most of the flows coming from BlackRock, Grayscale, Fidelity's Bitcoin ETFs. United States Securities and Exchange Commission also approved 19B-4 and Form S-1 applications for ARK 21 shares. Invesco Galaxy, we know this. All of these dudes. Hashdex is yet to receive the S-1 approval. All right, that was a long article. Moving on. Spot Bitcoin ETFs top 4.5 billion total volume on the first day of trading. Spot Bitcoin ETFs topped 4.5 billion in volume on the first day of trading, but one of the issuers clarified it hasn't yet made the cut. The first day of trading for a suite of new Bitcoin ETFs has launched with a bang, with BlackRock, Grayscale, and Fidelity's ETFs coming out on top in total volumes. One issuer, however, did not get to start as expected. Aggregated data from Yahoo Finance shows the total volume across 10 spot Bitcoin ETFs reached more than 4.5 billion in total volume for day one of trading. Grayscale ETFs, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust was top performer of newly listed funds, handling 2.3 billion in volume, nearly 50% of the group's total volume, according to Yahoo Finance data. Following close behind was BlackRock Spot Bitcoin ETF, the iShares Bitcoin Trust, which amassed around 1 billion in day one trading volume. Fidelity's Wise Origin Bitcoin Trust ranked third with $688 million traded in Spot Bitcoin ETF on the first day of trading. Grayscale crushing it. Hashdex BTC ETF did not start trading on January 11th, while the United States Securities and Exchange Commission approved Hashdex 19B-4 filing, which would allow its spot ETF products to be listed on U.S. stock exchanges. The SEC did not make its Form S-1 effective, meaning that Hashdex's DeFi fund is still only trading as a futures-based ETF. The company has also issued a corrected statement noting the fund did not yet hold any spot Bitcoin in its portfolio. The trading volume includes inflows and outflows and doesn't paint a full picture of how much of the day's trading activity was buying versus selling. Senior Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Balkunas theorized that the vast majority of trading activity for GBTC was selling as investors rotated out of the fund into newer, lower fee products, such as BlackRock and Fidelity's respective ETFs. His colleagues James S. shared the same view. Meanwhile, the ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF experienced record-breaking trading activity of its own, with more than $2 billion in total volume on the day. This is also theorized to be comprised largely of selling as investors move out from futures-based Bitcoin exposure to cheaper, less volatile spot-based exposure. Timothy Peterson, an investment manager at Kane Macro, estimated that buying activity across the ETFs means that approximately 47,000 Bitcoin worth $2.1 billion at current prices will need to be purchased on the spot market. Holy shnikes. Balkunas said that investors looking to understand the impact of the ETFs on underlying Bitcoin purchases will most likely have to wait until later the morning of January 13th to get a better idea of spot inflows. Yeah, guys, we're still waiting to see how this is going to play out. Don't make rash decisions too early. That's all I'm saying. All right, moving on. SEC wants court to compel Ripple to produce financial statements. The commission said the request was related to a July ruling in which the in which a judge said XRP only qualified as a security when sold to institutional investors. Lawyers with the United States Securities Exchange Commission have filed a motion in federal court attempting to compel Ripple to produce certain documents related to its enforcement action. Jesus Christ, give it up, SEC. In a January 11th filing in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York, the SEC requested Judge Sarah Netburn issue an order requiring Ripple to produce financial statements from 2022 to 2023 and post-compliant contract governing institutional sales. The commission said the contracts containing information on institutional sales were regarding a July 2023 ruling in which a judge said XRP only qualified as a security when sold to institutional investors. The SEC requests this limited and targeted discovery to aid Judge Torres in determining whether, having found Ripple liable for violating Section 5 of the Securities Act of 1933, the court should impose a relief such as injunctions and civil penalties, and as to the latter, in what amount, said the filing. Ripple filed a motion on January 11th requesting an additional 2 days, January 19th, instead of January 7th, to respond to the SEC motion to compel. The SEC filed a lawsuit against Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse and Executive Chair Chris Larson in December 2020 for allegedly using unregistered securities to raise funds. The commission filed notice that it intended to drop the case against Garlinghouse and Larson on October 23, but would continue to pursue the matter with the crypto firm. Ripple's trial with the SEC is scheduled to begin in April. The commission has filed enforcement actions against major U.S. exchanges, including Coinbase and Binance. Ripple Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderoty has referred to the SEC as an out-of-control regulator due to its position on crypto. I 100% agree. Nothing new. No one cares. Get over it, SEC. All right, last but not least, guys, XRP news, SEC versus Ripple activity, which I'm sure it's going to kind of reiterate what we just talked about. And the main reason I pulled this article up, XRP-Spot ETF chatter. The SEC versus Ripple case saw an increase in activity on Thursday as the SEC and Ripple progress through remedies-related discovery. Key insights, don't really care about the price or care about that. SEC versus core filing and Spot ETF-related chatter drew investors' interest. Okay, SEC, this is a new, I've never seen this news group before. They're kind of got their shit organized really weird, so I'm trying to pick through it. SEC versus Ripple, court filings draw investor interest. The SEC versus Ripple case updates drew investor interest on Thursday. Defense attorney James Fillon shared the latest court filings. On Thursday, the SEC filed a motion to compel asking, we just read this, the court to order Ripple Labs to produce certain documents. These include financial statements for 2022 and 2023 and post-compliant contracts governing institutional sales. The filing relates to XRP sales to institutional investors. Ripple and SEC must complete remedies-related discovery by February 12th. After remedy-related briefs and an SEC reply brief, Judge Annalise Torres will decide the penalty for selling XRP to U.S. institutional investors. The SEC will target the $770 million proceeds from XRP sales to all institutional investors. Financial statements will give the SEC access to sales, proceeds, and expenses relating to XRP sales. U.S. case law could significantly reduce the $770 million proceeds from XRP sales to institutional investors. In Morrison versus NAB, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled the SEC only has jurisdiction over U.S.-based sales. Ripple will demonstrate XRP sales to U.S. institutional investors. Additionally, in lieu versus SEC, the court ruled a disgorgement award must not exceed a wrongdoer's net profits and must go to the victims. Case law allows Ripple to deduct expenses relating to XRP sales to U.S. institutional investors from such proceeds of XRP sales to U.S. institutional investors. The SEC and Ripple will present their arguments and remedy-related briefs according to the court briefing schedule. The SEC must submit its remedy-related brief by March 19th. Ripple must submit a remedy-related brief by April 12th. The SEC must submit any reply brief by April 19th. Going into spring, guys. On Thursday, Ripple responded to the SEC motion to compel. Ripple filed for a 2-day extension until January 19th to respond to the motion to complete. Here we go. XRP-Spot ETFs in the pipeline. Speculation about XRP-Spot ETFs continued into Thursday. Valkyrie Chief Investment Officer Steve McClurg, we read this to you earlier, I think it was Monday, talked about the approval of a Bitcoin spot ETFs opening the door for crypto spot ETFs. McClurg pointed out that immediate market focus will be on Ethereum. However, McClurg included XRP in the future of the crypto spot ETF market, saying, you notice that Grayscale added Ripple to one of their trusts that is publicly traded. So it wouldn't surprise me if I saw Ripple or Ethereum spot ETFs out there. Guys, they're telling you without telling you. Grayscale included XRP in its digital large cap fund, GDLC. XRP price action, don't really care. XRP set below 50-day EMA while holding above the 200-day EMA, affirming bearish near-term but bullish long-term price signals. An XRP move through the 50-day EMA would give the bulls a run to 63. Resistant levels on Friday. The markets will focus on SEC versus crypto case-related updates in U.S. lawmaker security. However, a break below 58.3 support level would bring the 200-day EMA into play. The 14-day RSI reading 49.19 indicates XRP break. That indicates an XRP break below the 200-day EMA before entering oversold territory. Don't care. Well, that was kind of weak, guys. I'm sorry. That's it. They just quoted the article that I read to you a couple days ago. Guys, I think it's going to keep happening, though. I think you're going to see it. Yeah, let's go. The XRP price. We're sitting right at 60 cents. Potentially breaking out. Candle closed. Candle just opened. Outside of this triangle on the 4 hour. On the 1 hour, it's a little bit more extended. On the 1 hour, we're kind of looking at like this. This might be the breakout, guys. Keep an eye on it. See what it does. We just had new candles start. But just like they're reading, 58.6 is going to be your support before we go back into bearish territory, in my opinion. But right now, we're looking bullish, guys. I'm not mad at this. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin holding that line. 45.846. I'm not going to lie. It's looking a little weak, though. What does ETH look like before we get out of here? ETH right at the top of that resistance. More of a resistance on the 4 hour. Keep your guys' eye on these levels, and that is it. That is all I have for you this morning, guys, this Friday morning. Guys, if you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto IO, please by all means subscribe to the channel, turn the bell for notifications, watch the videos, share the videos on all your social platforms, and above all, if there's anything you do to help spread the adoption of crypto, please by all means like the videos. It's freezy, peasy, lemon squeezy, and I'll see y'all bright and easy tomorrow morning. I am